Preliminary final action from Football Park on Sunday. West Adelaide versus North Adelaide. The Roosters have been very impressive in the final, Chris Gowans, so even more impressive today.
Yes, they certainly were, but West Adelaide came out. They actually took the game on early and were a lot more attacking than they were last week against Norwood, and really took it up to North in the first half. It was quite even at the start of the game, but obviously North Adelaide, with their run and their carry, they just outworked.
They certainly did try a few things early, the Bloods. Travis Tuck was getting among it early, and they were getting plenty of work through the clearances, like of Scotty Bricknell. Daniel Webb was rucking quite strongly, but it felt towards the end of the second quarter, though, Chris, that North was starting to get a real run on.
Yes, you did, and they did. They lost Max Thring as well early, and also Jay Shannon went down with an injury, so we thought there were questions over their legs, but that was quite the opposite. They ran the game out really well, and they had so much run from behind. It was a real good set-up, and the way they played was irresistible, really.
You touched on North Adelaide's second halves. They have been absolutely outstanding in the finals. 35 goals to 14 in the second halves of the three finals. When they get a run on, they are really hard to stop.
They are, and they're probably the best hard-running side in the comp. They are hard to stop. They score freely, and they always have, even since the Jarman days. And once they get on the roll and they get confident, they're hard to stop, as West found out today.
We kept waiting for West Adelaide to show something, particularly given that it was Andrew Collins' final series as a coach. We thought they might get something there, but they just really never seem to get their rhythm along the way. And North Adelaide, very, very impressive going to the grand final.
They do, and I think this is the grand final we all wanted to see. Westies probably couldn't bring it and have struggled in the few previous weeks, but North Adelaide, the way they're playing at the moment, I think they can really challenge Norwood. It's going to be a great game next week.
Plenty of runners around the ball. They do really well at the clearances. Nick Amato, Chad O'Sullivan was absolutely outstanding there in that second half. He really came alive. Finished off with the two majors, but seemed to be right around the ball throughout the whole day. Big celebrations at Prospect, and so they should be. It's a great credit to Josh Renko.
It is. Josh has come in, he's really turned the club around and really built his side on some recruits as well, and Chad O'Sullivan's one of those. He runs hard and he's a good finisher as well.
So North Adelaide marching into a grand final against Norwood, quarter by quarter. It was 2 points for the Roosters at quarter time, 15 at half time, 28 points at three-quarter time, and they blew it out to a 56-point lead in the final stanza and ran right over the top of West Adelaide.
Look at the stats, and it was quite even all day, apart from the last quarter where North Adelaide really blew them out of the water. Kicks 192, it was even, as I said, up to the third quarter, but they just blew away. They had more inside 50s, really dominant in that whole last quarter, and really blew the game out of the water.
Certainly seemed to be all over the place at North Adelaide, and a very ecstatic Rooster contingent with the club song.